Buen día.
Buenos días. ¿Dónde estamos?
Manuel Antonio National
Parque.
Parque Nacional.
That's right, the number one national park in all of Costa Rica. With its beautiful rainforests, spectacular views, gorgeous beaches, and abundant wildlife, Manuel Antonio is Costa Rica's most popular national park. In this video, we'll share what we learned about avoiding the crowds and getting the most out of this very special place. We'll also share our favorite places to eat and stay while you're in the area, so let's get right into it.
The most important thing to know is you must purchase your tickets and make your reservations in advance on the National Park's website, as they do not sell tickets on site. Since the park can sell out, we highly recommend you make your reservation as far in advance as possible.
To avoid crowds, we suggest visiting on a weekday, noting that the park is closed on Tuesdays. When making your reservation, you'll also be choosing an entry time. They start at 7 o'clock, and getting an early reservation is the best way to avoid the crowds.
Since re-entry into the park is not allowed, packing properly is important. Here are the things we suggest you bring: hat, sunscreen, insect repellent, binoculars and a camera, and comfortable shoes for hiking. Keep in mind it can get slippery. Bring water in a reusable water bottle, as single-use plastic bottles are prohibited in the park. We recommend you spend some time on the beach. If you do, bring your swimsuit and a towel. In order to protect the wildlife, you are not allowed to bring food into the park. They inspect your bags upon entry, and it'll probably get stolen anyway. There's a centrally located cafe and gift shop where you can purchase food, but you must consume it within their enclosed area.
Google Maps will direct you to the one entrance via the only road that gets there. On your way in, beware of people trying to sell you parking spots that aren't near the entrance. There's no parking within the national park boundaries. We recommend parking at Chalo Parking, which is only about 100 meters from the park entrance. He's a really nice guy, and I believe he charges about $10 for the entire day. If your goal is to see as many animals as possible and learn as much as you can, you may want to consider hiring a guide, especially if this is going to be your only trip to the park. You can hire them individually or as part of a group tour. We didn't hire a guide on any of our trips to Manuel Antonio, but we enjoy the challenge of trying to find wildlife on our own. You'll be able to spot wildlife without a guide if you pay attention to where people are gathered and typically looking up.
We recommend you hit the trails early. It's less crowded, not as hot, and you'll see the most wildlife. After entering the park, you'll see two parallel paths that both lead to the center of the park. Walk 200 meters, and to the east is the Sendero Catarata Estacional, or seasonal waterfall trail. If you want to know if the waterfall is flowing that day, ask a ranger. Either way, the nearly 2-kilometer out and back trail is beautiful. Go south, either taking the Park Trail, which is a gravel road, or taking the Sendero Perezoso, or Sloth Trail, which is the one we prefer. After reaching the central hub of the park, take the Sendero Miradores Trail, which starts to the immediate right of the cafe. You can check out these additional trails, but let's take the Playa Manuel Antonio trail toward the beach. Before we hit the beach, let's head to our favorite spot in the park, the loop trail around Punta Catedral. This trail has some spectacular viewpoints, and during our visits it was relatively uncrowded. Best of all, it's a great place to see capuchin monkeys up close. After all that hiking, let's hit the beach and cool off in the ocean. Playa Manuel Antonio is the more popular beach. It's in a protected bay and typically has calmer waters. While the surf can be more rough, we prefer Playa Esterillos surf, which is just as beautiful and less crowded. And while you're hanging out, you'll be entertained by the iguanas who call this beach home.
Less than an hour north of Manuel Antonio National Park is the town of Esterillos. It's a great place to stay for a couple of reasons. It's centrally located between Manuel Antonio and Carrara National Parks. If you haven't seen our video from Carrara, we'll link to it below. Esterillos is home to beautiful scarlet macaws, more on that later, and beautiful beaches. It has a laid-back local vibe that's neither touristy nor pretentious. It also has Esterillos Town Center, a newer complex with a grocery store and a variety of restaurants and shops. Esterillos is also home to Los Almendros. We've been traveling around Costa Rica for 6 months, and this is our favorite restaurant in the whole country. What do we got here, Jen?
Spicy sweet plantains.
We have had these before and they are awesome. Lunch has arrived. What you got?
Grilled fish tacos.
And I am having the jerk chicken. And here's our recommendation for where to stay. We are staying in Esterillos at a cool place called La Escapadita.
Yeah.
Jenny and I were down here about 3 months ago. It was our first week in Costa Rica. We were staying in Jaco and just started exploring the other areas around the central coast of Costa Rica. And we stumbled across this place and met Ray. Turns out he's from Southern California, so we talked about that a little bit. And this is a great place, and we said, wow, when we have a chance to stay here, we want to do that.
So they're back. Welcome back to Esterillos, La Escapadita.
What attracted us to the place is the vibe here. It's right on the beach. The ocean is the star of the show, but it's got that rustic but authentic Costa Rica feel. It almost feels like you're hanging out at somebody's house.
So we definitely are keeping the rustic feel. We want you to feel comfortable in the right places. You know, obviously we have air conditioning in the certain thing. You're right, it's not about the hotel, it is about the surrounding. It is about the ocean and the animals and the birds and the beautiful storms that we have and everything else that is this area.
You have owned this place since December 2024, so it's still pretty new for you, right?
Closed on December 11th, 2024 and went into complete renovation mode. This place had been sitting empty for like 3 years. So we completely went through and gutted everything. We opened the first 4 rooms as quick as possible because high season was already kind of upon us. So we got the first 4 rooms open. They are the closest rooms to the water in all of Esterillos, especially when it's high tide. In addition to the 4 beach-facing rooms, we've got 3 poolside apartments. 2 of them have kitchenettes, so it's kind of like a long-term situation. You can be comfortable in there, get all your own stuff, and stay locked away in your own little poolside apartment. And the last room we have poolside is kind of like a larger group or a hostel type of situation. It's got 6 beds in it. It can accommodate a large group or large family or individuals. Between the 7 rooms total, we currently sleep 25. You can push it up to 27, and we do complete property buyouts. So if like you wanted to do a private retreat or a getaway, or we host all those types of events. So we do have an outdoor rancho kitchen. That's a shared kitchen for all of the guests. It has everything you need for cooking, you know, the stove, the refrigerator, coffee maker, blender, etc., etc. We also have a restaurant and bar at the front of the property. We've opened up for some full moon parties, which have food served and drinks and, you know, live music and bonfire and the whole community coming out. It's been pretty awesome.
We've been around quite a bit of Costa Rica, and I've seen more scarlet macaws here in this area than any other part we've been to.
We do have a very large population of scarlet macaws here, and specifically right here within, you know, this 30 meters, there's probably like 20 almond trees, which they absolutely love. So they can be found in these trees all the time. No matter how many times you see them, every time you still get it. I still get excited. And it's kind of like that with, you know, all the different birds, the different butterflies. We still get whales and all sorts of wildlife. You know, we're centralized to a lot of things here. We've got nightlife not too far away. If you want to go into Jaco, it's only 20-30 minutes.
Another half hour, you've got Costa Rica National Park. And then to the south, you've got Manuel Antonio, what, 45 minutes?
Yeah, we're centralized between a few national parks. You can be here and go to a bunch of different adventures within a day trip and come back and keep this as your home base. We are just far enough away from everything where you can still be totally secluded and on your own. We're literally in paradise, and it's still only an hour and a half to the airport, and then international, wherever you want to go from there.
It's a shame we're only staying here for 2 nights, but it's great sitting down with you and giving a chance to talk about your place here. We would definitely recommend it, and we're hoping we can come back again.
Awesome.
We'll include the link to the website in the description, so anybody that's interested in checking this place out, be easy to find.
Awesome. LaEscabaditaCentro.com. And follow us on social medias, La Escabadita Centro.
Sweet. Thanks, Ray.
Thank you.
If you enjoyed this adventure, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more of our travel and wildlife videos.